नमस्कार दोस्तों। Markets are soaring high every day. Every day, both Sensex and Nifty are touching new highs. Obviously, there is a question in the minds of many what to do in a scenario like this. Those who have invested, they are concerned. Those who have not invested, they are also wondering as to are they missing on an opportunity. To find the answer of this question, first let us look at as to what are the reasons for which the market is going up and rising every day. In my view, friends, Indian economy is fundamentally strong. Let us accept it. Let us accept it. Indian economy is fundamentally strong. Everything, despite COVID, is going well with this country, with the economy of the country. Today, all the sectors, agriculture sector, service sector, and the manufacturing sector are coming to the pre-COVID days, and soon they will be overpassing the pre-COVID days also. So number one, as to why the markets are soaring high every day is because India's economy is fundamentally strong. Number two, with a population of 140 crore, India is an eternal market for all products for all times to come. Now, it is not a surprise that India's economy is going to grow henceforth in double digit. What is a surprise that India's economy did not grow in the past in double digit? Why? Because India with a huge population has captive market, and therefore anything and everything that was produced should have been and would have been and could have been very easily sold. But forget the past. Today, with 140 crore population, India is a huge market. Number three, pent up demand. So today, any company that you read about in the newspaper, they are coming out with excellent quarterly results, one after the other. And why is that happening? And the reason behind is huge pent up demand. And pent up demand leading to good results leading to good sentiments leading to the stock market soaring high. Number four, remember, IT stocks will do well in my view even for one more decade. And why is that so? Because with the global population increasing as at such a high level, obviously there is a lot to be done today for digitization, and therefore in my view for next one decade all the IT stocks would continue to do well. Number 5, please remember, more the problems, greater are the opportunities for growth. So India, 75 years of independence, but in terms of the growth of the economy is still a developed country, and we have still many problems. So जितने ज़्यादा problems उतने ज़्यादा growth का potential, and therefore that is another reason as to why the stocks on the stock market are getting very attractive valuations for most companies. Number 6, a massive inflow of foreign investment. Remember, why is there is a huge massive inflow of foreign investment coming to India? And that is because the cost of capital in America, Europe, and many of these developed countries, the cost of capital for them is much lower. It is as high as about 2%, 2.5%, or maybe in certain cases even less than that. And therefore, with a low cost of capital, Indian market to them appears obviously extremely attractive. And that is the reason as to there is so much of foreign funds flowing to India's economy. And today, interestingly, the forex reserves position in this country is at a record high. Number 8, today the leadership that we have in this country is truly growth focused, and I have no hesitation in saying so. because please remember, growth of any economy will depend on a lot on who is the leader. If the leader of the economy, if the leader of the country is growth focused, that economy has to do well. There is no doubt about it. Number nine, today what we see with the kind of policy pronouncements which are being made one after the other. Today what we notice in this country, in this economy, that there's a huge commitment on the part of Government of India, Reserve Bank of India, and the Finance Minister. And truly, first time you notice that in this country, what we see is there is today more primacy of economics than primacy of economics on politics, and not the other way around. Unfortunately, that was the case in the past, where it was always primacy of the politics on the economics. But today what we see and sense in this country, that there is a primacy of economics over politics, and which is a good sign. And remember, all the market players in India and outside India sense it very well, that the leadership, the country, the government, everybody is working for the growth. And please remember, when there is a growth, valuation has to follow. Valuation has to follow, and that is another reason as to why there is so much of movement happening on the stock markets. As I said, number 10, positive policy pronouncements. And I'm sure, friends, all of you must have noticed it, that recently the Government of India has made two very, very interesting policy pronouncements. And the number one is, as much as there's a law has been passed to that effect, that no retrospective taxation in this country in future. And that, of course, is a very good sign, because that sends a very interesting and useful message to the foreign investor. The foreign investor understand the value of an announcement of this kind, where the government of the country says no more retro taxes, and that's a very, very positive policy pronouncements. And number two, what you have also noticed, that the Government of India has come out with the scrappage policy. So the government vehicles of the age of 15 years will be scrapped out, and the private vehicles of 20 years or more will be scrapped out. And that is another very interesting development, because it is going to have a real game changer. It is going to be a real multiplier. And how it is going to multiply? Because of this one decision, the automobile sector is going to zoom, and not only the automobile sector is going to go up, but even the steel sector is also going to go up. And when this happens, obviously there is so much of more purchasing power improving in the hands of the people, which will further multiply the economy, the growth in the economy. And that's the point number 10. Point number 11, focus on Atmanirbhar Bharat. Now, please remember, these are not cliches. These are just not statement. A focus on Atmanirbhar Bharat is going to help is helping economy of this country in a big way. Unfortunately, in the past, the focus was not so much on the Atmanirbhar Bharat, though the previous governments also spoke about, on sidelines, but there was never a focus. Rather, it was the other way around. But today there's a focus on Atmanirbhar Bharat. And please remember, if everything is produced in this country by the local, you can imagine how output is going to increase. And therefore, instead of spending the precious forex reserves in importing goods from outside, what we are doing, we are producing the goods inside, and that means we are using the manpower and the resources of this country, which is going to substantially add to the GDP of this country. Next is good handling of COVID crisis and vaccination drive. Next is increasing standards of good governance, though still a lot has to be done. And I'm sure, friends, all of you must have noticed there's a tremendous amount of change as far as the governance, good corporate governance is concerned. Every day, the government is coming out with new laws, new regulations, and which is improving the corporate governance Of course, a lot is still to be done, but that is another reason as to why the markets are soaring high. Today, there is a lot, everybody is talking in terms of ESG, environment, society, and the governance. Everybody is talking in terms of CSR, corporate social responsibility. Everybody is talking about the corporate governance. All the corporates today are talking about the corporate governance. And there is a lot more focus, and everybody is talking about a business responsibility and sustainability reporting. So BRSR. Now, these are the things which are gaining momentum. And please remember, when these things gain momentum, it has a direct impact on the corporate performance, and any improvement in the corporate performance ultimately will result into the stock markets soaring high. Then you have IBC, Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code. Now, please remember, this is not merely a law. Now, this law that has come in this country in 2016 is weaning away unscrupulous and incompetent management. And that's how you must have heard of so many companies have changed the management, whether it is SR Steel, or it is Ruchi Soya, or it is Alok Industries, or it is Bhushan Steel, or it is Bhushan Power and Steel. So many of them have changed, the managements have changed, and that means the IBC has given a clear message to the business community in this country that today you cannot take the control for granted. And please remember, when the control is not taken for granted, that means what? That means today the management understand it very well that they have to deliver. And obviously, if the management is going to deliver, the impact is going to be felt in the stock markets roaring high. Ever increasing market. So what is happening is almost last 1.5 years since the breakout of COVID, where the market went down for a while, and since then the market has been rising up and up and up. And as a result of that, what is happening? Everybody is understanding that the stock markets are giving good return. Since the stock markets are giving good returns, and that is why these stock markets are drawing everyone to invest. And as a result of that, the money which is flowing into the stock market is increasing, and therefore the demand for these stocks is increasing. So on one hand, the economy is doing well. On the other hand, a lot of money is coming from the local investors, not only local investors, but also from the foreign investors, and leading to increase in the demand for these stocks. And as a result of that, the stock prices are soaring high. Now, one question which comes to the minds of people as to why these foreign investors are interested in investing in this country. As I said a little while ago, please remember, their cost of capital is much lower than the return that they get here in India. So if you do a very safe and calculated investment in the country, it is very easy to get a return of 10 to 15% in India. So remember, their cost of capital is about 2%, 2.5%, 3%. Against that, the return that they're going to get in this country is going to be 10, 15% minimum. And because of that, for them, Indian stocks appear to be undervalued, and therefore they put in more money. Now, please remember, valuation is a function of the cost of capital and the future earnings of the company, the future potential earning of the company. So when the earnings are rising and the cost of capital is low, the valuations are going to be much more attractive. So at their cost of capital, current valuations that you have, even the current valuations that you have in the stock market, appear to be underpriced for the foreign investor. And that is the reason why a lot of this foreign investment is coming into this country. And all these factors all put together that I have just shared with you are also leading to enthusiastic response to IPOs. So obviously, many of the scripts that we have on the NSE and BSE are expensive particularly for a new investor, and therefore a new investor may be a little bit hesitant in buying very expensive stocks, and he would generally go for the small cap or the medium cap. He would avoid to get into a large cap. Now, it should happen the other way around, because if you are investing your money in large cap, you are much safer than to put your money into small cap or medium cap, because then you are taking a risk. And I'm sure all of you would have noticed that is what has happened in the last few days. that the medium cap and the small cap companies have been declining, and that might cause little bit of panic in the minds of the people. So therefore, for the new investor, even the IPOs become very attractive, because for them the price seems to be the threshold price, and therefore even the Indian IPOs that we have seen in the recent past have got very enthusiastic response from the investing community. Now, all these factors, friends, in my view, will continue. Will continue. So, all these developments that I have mentioned to you, in my view, they will continue. And as I said, that India's economy, India is a very strong story. India's economy is very strong story. We have everything in this country that is required to be a developed country. Unfortunately or incidentally, we did not put focus on that, and as a result of that, we remained a developing country. But today, the leadership in this country is focusing on the growth, and therefore, everything would be done to ensure that all sectors do well in this country. And please remember, what is value, or what is valuation, or what is price? Price is nothing but what is your worth. So today, first time in this country, the real worth of the country as a whole is being recognized, and therefore, in my view, current trend of the stocks going up will continue to happen. I will not be surprised, and you will not be surprised, if the Sensex crosses the mark of 60,000K by the close of this year, and also crosses the mark of 75K by the close of financial year 23-24. Now, this is what is my reading based on what is happening in the economy of this country today. So that is the first thing, friends, that we need to understand as to why and what are the reasons for which the stock prices in this country are going high. Now, the question as to what to do. Now, the answer to this question as to what to do will depend on what kind of an investor you are and how have you financed your position. So on that will depend as to कि हमें क्या करना चाहिए, आगे क्या करना चाहिए, invested रहना चाहिए कि निकल जाना चाहिए, कि what kind of strategy to adopt so as not to get caught in case there is any massive decline or correction, massive or minor decline or correction. Now, that in my view will depend on what kind of investor you are and how have you financed your investment. So number one, what kind of investor a person can be? Number one, you can be a long-term investor. And number two, you are not a long-term investor. You are but fairly informed about the market. And so you are a long-term investor. Second, you are not a long-term investor, but you fairly understand as to how does the market work and how do the market player act. And in that also there can be two situations. That is, you have funded your investment or you have taken the positions based on your own fund. So if you have taken the positions based on your own funds, you really have nothing to worry. Because since you have used your own funds, and therefore even if something happens to the market tomorrow, you still just need to wait for a while, and that's it. And the market obviously will bounce back, has to bounce back. Second thing that can happen with you are not a long-term investor, but you are a well-informed market player, and you have used borrowed funds. Now, that is where there may be a concern, because when you have borrowed funds, and in case if the market for some reason takes a dip, then it might cause some anxiety to you, and you will have to be watchful and careful in a situation like that. And the third kind of investor a person can be that you are a first-time entrant, not much understanding of the market, and either you have entered the market with your own funds, or you have invested in the market with the leverage funds. Now, in my view, invariably, generally, if you are a new investor, it is highly unlikely that you would be using borrowed funds. So if you're a new investor, chances are that you will be using your own funds. What can happen is you might empty your other investments and free funds from there, and use them in the stock market. It is unlikely that you will be in the share market with the borrowed funds or borrowed money. But if you are with the borrowed money, then of course you have a reason to be concerned and be cautious. If you are there in the market with your own funds, then there is not so much of worry, because then you will have to ask one question to yourself, that the money that you have invested in the market, is this money spareable, or this money is not spareable? That means if you have some commitment for these funds in the near future, then you have a reason to worry. But if you do not have any such commitments in the near future, that means even if something happens to the market for a while, you still can remain invested, then you have nothing to worry. So depending on whether you're a long-term investor, or you are not a long-term investor but a well-informed player, or you are a new entrant in the market with the leveraged funds or with your own funds, it will depend on that as to what kind of strategy that you must adopt. Now, what are the precautions that needs to be taken, or what are the things that need to be remembered in today's market scenario, friends? Let me share them with you. Number one, please remember, getting highest return in stock market is only by chance. So please remember, अगर कोई ये सोचे कि मैं सबसे जो बेस्ट प्राइस होगी उस पर एग्जिट हो जाऊंगा, या फिर जो सबसे बेस्ट कम प्राइस होगी खरीदने के लिए वहां पर एंटर करूंगा, ऐसा कभी होने वाला नहीं है। आपके साथ तो कम से कम नहीं होने वाला है, और होगा भी तो कम से कम प्लान करके नहीं होगा, बाय चांस हो सकता है। सो रिमेंबर वन थिंग, गेटिंग हाईएस्ट रिटर्न इन स्टॉक मार्केट इज ओनली बाय चांस. It will never happen by design. Number two, good news is fall is temporary, but rise is permanent. So please remember, if the market comes down, the markets never come down permanently. The markets may come down for a while, but after a while, okay, that while how long is going to be, that can vary, but the markets will definitely move up, and that is what you must remember. And another thing that you must remember, there is no doubt about it, that the fall is never permanent, and the increase is the fall is temporary and increase is permanent. While this is true, what you need to remember, sometimes the fall can be dangerous. And why these falls can be dangerous? Because these fall can be dangerous because they will sweep many small investor in the tsunami forever. And that is what one will have to be careful. Please remember, third thing, indices are moving up, but not all stocks are equally good. So no doubt Nifty is going up, Sensex is going up, many other indices are also going up. But please remember, it's not that all stocks are doing equally good, and that is what one has to be careful. Number four, while large caps can surprise you with the return, the small and medium cap scripts can give you shocks as well, and that is the fourth thing that need to be remembered, and the precaution needs to be taken. Number five, diversification is important undoubtedly, but do not try to make profit from all stocks. So this is what happens, especially with the new investors. So when somebody enters in the market and is able to make profit from one script, then he tries to see all these stocks which are going up, and he thinks that he must invest in all these stocks which are going up so as to be able to profit from all of them. Please remember, your objective, your purpose is to make profit. Your objective is not to make profit from all these stocks. So as a matter of fact, if you try to make profit from all these stocks, it is highly unlikely that you will maximize your profit. But if you try to make profit from selective stocks, that can be about 5 to 10. Then of course, depending on the amount of investment that you plan to make, you would be able to really optimize your returns. So don't try to invest in all these stocks which are doing well. It won't serve your purpose. Or even if you put the money into few stocks, that also would be good enough. Number 6, do not be greedy. Book profits in phases and sit on cash for next dip or correction. तो मार्केट ऊपर जा रहा है तो एक टेंडेंसी रहती है कि और जाएगा, तो हो सकता है चला जाए, पर हो सकता है कि नीचे भी आ जाए. तो एज ए न्यू इन्वेस्टर, इट इज़ ऑलवेज बेटर कि टाइम टू टाइम, व्हेनेवर यू सी एन अपॉर्चुनिटी, आपने जो भी स्टॉक जो भी पोजीशन लिया उसका 10%, 20%, 25% आप निकाल के थोड़ा प्रॉफिट बुक कर लीजिए, थोड़ा कैश रख लीजिए। हो सकता है कि आपके निकालने के बाद मार्केट वापस से वो शेयर वापस ऊपर चला जाए। डोंट रिग्रेट अबाउट इट। At least this is also a learning process, and this is what you should do. So book profit from time to time, and whenever there are dips you can re-enter it. Don't enter the market with leveraged funds, and this is what I would always recommend everyone, that please don't make the mistake of entering the market with the leveraged funds, borrowed capital. And the reason as to why do I say that don't enter the market with the borrowed capital, and that is because for some reason, God forbid, if the market goes down and you have borrowed money from the market, then the value of your investment goes down much lower than the money that you have borrowed, and which you have to service. Not only you have to return that money back, but you also have to service that money, and servicing of that money can be a challenge for you, and that might give you sleepless nights. So that is another precaution that you need to take. Don't do it with the borrowed capital. Number 8 is take long-term position in time-tested stocks. So it's always better to be a long-term player rather than try to make a profit every day, especially if it is not your full-time job. If you already have a full-time job, you better focus on your full-time job and be a long-term investor. Invest in fundamentally strong shares with patience. Stocks like Maruti, Reliance, Hindalco, SDFC, SBI, Kotak, TCS, Bajaj Finserv, Infosys, DMart, Hero, Bajaj Auto. Now, these are some of the fundamentally strong shares and long-term shares, and therefore it's better to invest in shares something like these, so that even if there is a downward fluctuation once in a while, you really have nothing to worry. You only have to sit tight and have patience and wait for these stocks to go up, and they would go up for sure. There is no doubt about it. In terms of sectors, infrastructure, pharma, cement, steel, fintech, and other new age economy stocks with long-term perspective should be good, and that is what you should do. Have a diversified portfolio. डेट में डालो, equity में डालो, म्यूचुअल फंड्स में डालो, गोल्ड में इन्वेस्ट करो, रियल एस्टेट में इन्वेस्ट करो. So you should never put all your eggs into one basket. Diversify your portfolio. So invest in a wider avenues. It might not give you maximum return, but it would ensure it will give you optimum return, and it would also ensure that you minimize your risk. And together with all these investments, never forget to insure yourself. Take full insurance. Full insurance, that is absolutely must. The insurance may not give you return, but insurance will take care of the risk. And please remember, making profit is important, but covering the risk is as much as important as making profit. Consult someone who understands the market. So if you are novice to the market, if you are new to the market, if you do not understand the market, not advisable to make investment by merely receiving some tips from here, some tips from there. It is better that you educate yourself about the market. And until the time you educate yourself about the market, what you can do is you consult someone who understands the market so that he can guide you properly. But remember, ensure that the person whom you consult for getting advice, ensure that he really understands the market, because otherwise there are a lot of people who claim to be good in market and they don't understand anything of the market, and they might give you wrong advice and put you in trouble. Do some research and reading about the company that you want to invest in. So thanks to internet, doing research is so much easy today. So अगर आपको किसी कंपनी के बारे में मालूम करना है तो बहुत ज़्यादा मुश्किल नहीं है. गूगल के थ्रू आप बहुत सारी इन्फॉर्मेशन वो कंपनी के बारे में मालूम कर सकते हैं, और वो कंपनी के बारे में मालूम करने के बाद यू कैन टेक अ वेल इन्फॉर्म्ड डिसीजन. Finally, everything else is fine, friends, but remember, use your common sense. Use your common sense. So whenever you're making an investment, please remember, apply your mind, think about it, and then do the decision. So friends, this is all I thought I would share in this video with all of you, because this is the question I hear from many people कि सर ये मार्केट तो बहुत ऊपर जा रहा है, और दोनों तरफ के सवाल आते हैं. People who have invested, they also ask this question. People who have not invested, they also ask this question. So the market is going up, what to do? And I thought, let me make this a small video and answer all those questions to all of you. So take care, invest well, save well, and take care of yourself. Thank you.